Derby won. I think, look, there's a lot to be down about in that result, but I think there's a lot to be positive about in that result as well. I felt that was definitely a team in front of us that we could have beaten. But having said that, every point is valuable this season, so I'm happy for that. But at the same time, I do feel that's a game that we probably should have won. Do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think we did enough to win it. I think if you're going to concede, anyone scoring apart from him would have been okay. I think, but
Was he the one that scored? Was he Jackson?
No, it wasn't. It was Ben Brereton Diaz who scored. I wasn't. Yeah. But look, a point. Like I say, it's a valuable point this season because I think every point we pick up, is pushing us closer to that milestone that we're trying to get of surviving in the league and pushing on towards a potential sort of mid-table finish. That would be fantastic for us, but I do worry that maybe games like this are games that you will look back on if things don't go your way and sort of go, well, that's a game where maybe we should have been picking up 3 points, because I think we did. Well, I say we did enough to win that, but
I think we did.
Yeah,
I think we did, and I think after the goal as well, it felt like we, even went up a notch as well, up a gear.
Yeah, we did. I think that's something that you've always got to do when you're the home team. When you're the home team, you've always got to be the one on the front foot. And I think you're right. We definitely were, but I don't really remember any absolute clear-cut chances that we created where I know that we didn't create anything clear-cut because I've come out of the game not absolutely fuming. Because when you create lots and you go close and the keeper saves something and you didn't get that on target, it's gone over, then you come out and go, oh, come on, we really should have won that. But I haven't come out feeling like that because on the face of it, I'm not sure we created anything really clear cut that I felt like we should have put away. Lots of little half chances, lots of chances to put the ball into dangerous areas, which maybe we didn't take. But on the whole, maybe a point's fair.
I don't know, I'm gutted.
Yeah, look.
We always seem to just get over the mark and then it just gets taken away from us at the last minute.
Yeah.
It's like, Christ,
but
give us a break.
What I mean is I'm not sure what we did that would make me feel gutted about not winning that game. I'm not sure at what point where I was like, we should have won it there or we should have won it there. I'm not sure there was a moment like that where I felt that.
Maybe, I don't know.
So perhaps on the whole, a point is fair, but it did feel, because of the possession we had, where we had the possession, that we were quite progressive, that maybe we should have gone on and won it, but we didn't. So
like I said to your dad before, I said we might not have won it, but we've still got a point. And like you said before, points mean prizes in the championship.
Points mean prizes, so you've just got to take them.
Yeah.
You've got to move on. We've got a tough week ahead of us. We're going to Leicester on Tuesday. We face Birmingham on Friday. It
seems like not enough time between games. I know it's like usually Tuesday, Saturday, but Tuesday, Friday just doesn't seem like there's enough time to kind of regroup
Well, it's not us playing, but it's tiring enough for us going. But it's one of them. Look, a few comments. Chaz, I feel we should have won that match, but our cohesion is definitely improving. Yeah, I think so. I think it's a lot slicker, and it looks, everything looks
like a
better.
team.
Sheaf's looking good. Dobson's still looking good. Hands up. I wrote him off. Yes, he's looking
Man of the
brilliant.
match for me, Dobbo, today.
I think he probably was for me, to be perfectly honest.
Definitely.
I thought he was brilliant today.
Superb today.
Lewis O'Brien's still doing what he does. I definitely feel like we are getting that cohesion. I think you're probably right, Chaz.
Chaz
Karen
sent me a good song before about Kabore, but I'll read it out to you later.
Okay. Karen, hi guys from SoCal. Super early here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Well, that's the beauty of an early kickoff. We do have a lot.
It exhausts me. I'm so tired now. I need to lie down.
We do have a lot of the rest of the day to enjoy, so that's nice. TES, we are a mid-table team and are going to be up and down compared to previous seasons. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would, fingers crossed that we are a mid-table team, which sounds weird saying based on the last few seasons that we have had. But that's sort of where you're aiming at, and that's where you want to be. You want to be in the middle there somewhere, and you want to be comfortably safe come the end of the season. Yeah, it is what it is. Chaz, we're on the threshold. Sarah, better than a loss. I do not care for the 4:30 a.m. starts. Wow,
that is early. All right, okay, you win.
Yeah,
win.
You definitely win there. Kotar, I hate Tuesday game. They start at 2 a.m. here in Australia. That's
even worse.
Yeah, that is even worse.
That's dedication for you, though, that isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Look, we've got games coming up now. Like I said, we're going to Leicester on Tuesday. That is going to be an extremely tough game. Leicester are doing great, but
they are.
I wouldn't say they're not. They're not blowing the league away. Having just come down from the Premier League, I think a lot of the relegated teams from the Premier League are perhaps struggling a little bit in the early stages of the Championship season. So perhaps you might argue playing one of them teams away from home, it's probably not the worst time to do that. Tough game nonetheless, Birmingham on Friday as well. So we have got a tough week, and perhaps if you look ahead to the week that we've got coming up, that sort of compounds the disappointment of maybe not getting 3 points today, because you go, look, get 3 points. It's a little bit of the pressure off of the other games that you've got coming up this week. But yeah, it is what it is. What
Sure, you said that already.
Yeah, I know it's hard to say, because after that game today, like I said before, I'm not really angry at the performance, and I felt like we could have got more out of it. But as a whole, I probably feel like that game was there to be won. But I'm not sure we produced enough to actually go and win the game. I think that's where the disappointment comes from. If you go out there and you produce enough that warrants winning that game, and you don't, the frustration. But when you play well but maybe don't do enough to win it, then you're sort of a bit resigned to the fact of we've got to take a point. We've got to take what we're given, and it is what it is.
At the end of the day.
Someone here, Human, says that was not a fortress. No, not really. It's not. We haven't really hit the.
Wrexham fan, or?
I don't know, but that we haven't really hit the sort of heights of it.
I think
being...
it was better. This week was 10 times better than it was at UPR.
It was.
it QPR the last home
Yes,
game?
it
I can't
was.
remember.
Yeah, it was probably a lot better. We were a lot more in control of the game.
No, I mean the atmosphere I'm talking
Atmosphere
about.
as well. Yeah, that as well was improved. But we still haven't picked up 3 points, any 3 points this season.
At home.
At home, and could you possibly argue it was against the team that is going to be in the bottom half of the table, or the bottom third of the table, or the bottom quarter of the table? So it's games like that you look at and sort of go, maybe these are the games we need to be pushing on and getting 3 points from, which we haven't. So it is disappointing from that point of view, but yeah, onwards and upwards.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's the name of the podcast this week.
Onwards and
It is what
upwards.
it is.
Kowatar said, I feel good because we were never looking like we were going to lose, but I want more than 1 point.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably fair to say
All
that.
do,
Probably fair to
definitely.
say. Look, please join us on Tuesday. We will do a pre-game lineup preview prior to the Leicester game. We'll be at the Leicester game on Tuesday.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. We hope to go live at 6:45. That is very much traffic dependent, so please join us then. We'll run through the lineup and have a little chat about the game, so join us for that. We'll obviously do another live at full time.
Yeah, we're changing the match preview to lineup preview.
Yeah, a
Is
little
that what
bit.
you said?
Yeah, because we obviously do a match preview on the podcast, which is Monday at 6 p.m. every week. So I'm not sure we really need to be doing another match preview. So we're going to be talking about the lineup and all that sort of stuff and pre-game. So look, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us. It sort of feels a bit subdued. Feel a bit subdued, to be perfectly honest.
Helps.
I don't think it's that. It's just I'm not sure how to feel. I'm not sure whether to feel disappointed.
Positive, I think we need
Positive
to feel.
because we've picked up
Yes.
a point.
Yeah.
But then I think I swing backwards and forwards a little bit on that one. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. But look, thanks for joining us, guys. As I say, join us Monday, 6 p.m. UK time for the podcast. Look, if you've got any comments, make sure you email us at methewife and wrexhamafc@gmail.com. Try and get through as many of them as we can on the podcast on Monday. But enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.